There is a way of seeing sacred stories, not as history, but as eternity speaking through time. Have you ever wondered, what if the great stories of humanity's sacred texts are not only about the past? Not only the Qur'an and its prophets, but the Bhagavad Gita, the Torah, the Tao Te Ching, the myths of ancient Egypt and Greece, the voices of sages from every corner of the world. What if these stories are alive? Not memories of what once happened, but symbols of what is happening now, in the depths of every soul that has ever lived. From the perspective of eternity, Adam still walks in the garden, Moses still parts the sea, Christ still rises, Arjuna still stands trembling before his battle. They are not long gone, they are here, echoes of the same divine play repeating itself in countless forms. Because in the realm of mythic time, everything that has ever happened is still happening now. What if Adam never truly left the garden, but lives in each of us? Every time we awaken to self-awareness, every time we feel the ache of exile and the longing to return. We often read the Qur'an through language of time. Adam came first, then Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and finally Muhammad. Each prophet in his moment, each revelation in its appointed era. This is the linear reading, the sacred story of how God guides humanity through history. Yet beneath this river of time flows another current, the current of the eternal now. When read through this lens, the Qur'an is not a record of what was, but a revelation of what is. A mirror held up to the timeless patterns playing out within every human soul. When God says, "O Adam, dwell thou and thy wife in the garden," he is not only speaking to the first human, he is speaking to the eternal Adam, the awakening soul. Adam's fall is not a single event in distant history. It is the moment consciousness is born, when innocence meets awareness and unity becomes duality. He eats from the tree not out of rebellion, but out of the divine curiosity to know. And from that knowing, he enters the world of experience, of forgetting and remembering, of losing and finding the beloved. Every time you awaken from unconsciousness into awareness, Adam walks again in you. And in that awakening, Eve, Sophia, Shakti, the feminine face of wisdom, guides you back toward the garden within. Then comes Iblis, the proud fire who refuses to bow to the clay. He is not only the tempter of Adam, but the pride that lives in each of us, the intellect that forgets its source. Every time we look down on the ordinary, every time we exalt the self above the heart, Iblis whispers again. And then there's Pharaoh, the hardened ego that declares, "I am your highest Lord," while Moses, the spirit of truth, rises to liberate the soul. Their battle is not a distant history. It unfolds in every human being. Moses and Pharaoh live side by side within us, the heart and the ego wrestling for dominion. The Red Sea is the boundary between bondage and freedom, and each of us must cross it. And then Joseph, thrown into the well by his own brothers, the symbol of divine beauty descending into darkness. His story is not an ancient memory. It is the journey of the soul into the world. The well is forgetfulness. Egypt is the realm of form. And his rise to kingship is the moment beauty remembers its divine origin. When you endure darkness and still see light, Joseph reigns in you. Carl Jung called these figures archetypes, eternal patterns within the collective soul. They are not characters frozen in scripture, but forces that live in every human heart. The Qur'an, like every sacred revelation, is not only a message to humanity, but a message of humanity. It unveils the divine blueprint that exists within us all. When you read these stories, you are not looking at history, you are looking into a mirror. The mystics of every path knew this truth, that time is but the garment of eternity, and eternity is what moves beneath every story. The mystic Ibn al-Arabi said, "The realities are fixed in eternity, they only appear in time." So whether you hear the words of the Qur'an, the Gita, the Psalms, or the Upanishads, listen closely. The same voice is speaking, through different tongues, to the same eternal heart. To live only in history is to be bound by the past. To live only in myth is to lose your ground. But to live in both, that is the balance of the awakened soul. Your feet walk in time, your heart abides in the eternal. And the revelation, it never ended in the desert, or the cross, or beneath the Bodhi tree. It unfolds still, in this very breath, in this eternal now. If this video stirred something within you, leave a comment below. Share the idea or story that resonated most, or one you'd like to see explored deeper next time. And if you felt the truth of this message, remember to like the video, subscribe, and join us as we uncover more of the eternal wisdom that lives within every sacred story.